So does your wife watch any of these games with you? Does she?
No, she has the female, complex, multitasking brain. That's why they can't be happy. They just always, they're like, what is that lizard that can look at two things at once? That's what they're like.
Bill Burr walks into every interview with one agenda, and it's never the one anyone actually prepared for.
Worried about this environmental stuff. You really are worried about it.
I am and I'm not. I just also feel like, it'd probably be a good thing if most of us died. You know what I mean?
These are Bill Burr's most iconic zero-filter moments, calling out Oprah's Lance Armstrong interview.
I didn't think Lance owed anybody, he didn't do anything to me. You know what he did for me? He raised $500 million for cancer research. That's what that lie did. Yeah, it was great. Right. And everybody had the bands on. Remember the bands?
Yeah.
Sure. Right?
Yeah.
That blocked out the sun, right?
He walks into Conan with a fully formed take on the Armstrong scandal the media was treating like a sacred confession and delivers it without softening a word.
Didn't she, for the first 5 years, have like midgets who wanted to bang their mailman's boyfriend? And she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she didn't have the power to say no, so she wrote it out. And then when she could make a good decision, she did a show. But she stood on the heads of those little people for 5 years until she got... And then
roasting Conan completely out of nowhere.
Oh, I love that.
The parents, you love it.
The funny thing about that scandal is that they got their dumb kids in there, but then they were able to handle the curriculum with no problem.
Right.
Like none of them flunked out. So I guess evidently the real difficulty is getting in.
Getting into those
Once
colleges.
you're in, you're fine.
Yeah.
So you went to Harvard, right?
The way he goes from his rant to roast completely out of left field with no one expecting is what made this moment unforgettable. But this is nothing compared to the next clip.
Did think once I got in, this is not. I was terrified.
Right,
I thought I was going to be
I
thought I was going to be the stupidest person there. I was filled with feelings of inadequacy, and then I don't think it was harder than any other college that anybody's gone to. I really believe that.
I don't know, but I think I can't imagine the embarrassment in those houses.
But you're smiling so much just thinking about it.
Turning sports into a full rant.
Yeah.
Right? How
So
come a football
you say
player-
it's going to improve the drugs so that we get to use them?
I'm saying by the time we're 80, they're going to have like a steroid vaporizer that you can just inhale, and you're going to have abs. I'll get a full head of hair, and you're going to be banging some hot 65-year-old. And it's all going to be because of these athletes and the sacrifices that they make that no one appreciates.
He compresses years of accumulated frustration about steroids, foul balls, stadium culture, and fan behavior into a sustained attack that moves so fast, Conan can barely stay in front of it.
I'm watching a ball game, and all of a sudden, everybody stands up holding up a sign of somebody that they either know that's dying of cancer or died of it in the middle of the game. It's just like, what are you doing? Trying to watch a game here. No, there's a time and a place. Look, I know somebody.
Bill destroying the airline boarding process.
And it's over.
So
People grown. You don't remember when you were a kid, you went into the club and there was that older person hanging out? That creep? Yeah, that's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
50's not the new 40. It's 50. I am 50. All right? I have to go see doctors.
Yeah.
Burr takes a universally recognizable travel annoyance and pushes it past personal frustration in the most out-of-pocket way possible.
Music, there's no guitar solos anymore. And then for some reason, with all this technology, millennials, if you take a full water bottle and you flip it in the air and it lands upright, they run out of the room like they just saw a witch. Everybody's like, oh! They just take off. It's like, really?
The helicopter conspiracy that actually changed Burr's life.
Videos of people repairing engines, and I just really got into it. Next thing you know, I'm flying around in those things.
I guess my question would be, though, based on your escape plan, do you have your own helicopter?
No, there's a lot of holes in it.
This is not enough for your family.
I know, but I can only afford to. I just rent those things, man. It's just like.
This story is iconic, as Burr explains the logic to Conan with the confidence of a man who simply followed the only reasonable thought to its only reasonable conclusion.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's another thing, too. Whenever you watch, like, a zombie movie and some guy comes running up to, like, a plane, like a helicopter, I should say, and just starts it up like he's getting in, like, a Corvette and just drives away. That's not how it works. You got to warm the whole thing up. You'd have to kill half the zombies by the time you went through your pre-flight just to get up and out of there, so.
Making morning TV feel like a hostage situation.
Get it. You know, it's fun. You get on stage, you talk about topics that are kind of taboo, but you make them really, really funny.
So your Christian background is part of the show. Or at
Yes,
least
and
two
I wanted to
episodes.
talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far.
The Good Day NY hosts just wanted a casual segment, and Bill showed up with zero filter chaos, exactly why he was only invited back once more after this moment.
You know, like those killer whales at SeaWorld, after it kills a trainer, they'll then move it up to Seattle. They don't give them their background.
All right, I'm not totally following, but I don't think
You
I
know
want
what
to.
I'm talking about. It's a morning show. I understand.
I like it.
Daytime
Thank you for
TV.
being
Came on,
positive.
that kid
Positive.
missed the graduation, and then it was a feel-good story.
It was a feel-good, and we want to leave.
If you want to feel good about America, you watch the morning shows. You don't watch this, you know.
The most brutal environmental solution possible.
Worried about this environmental stuff. You really are worried about it.
I am and I'm not. I just also feel like, it'd probably be a good thing if most of us died. You know what I mean? It would be. There's no
Bill's environmental Conan rant skips every socially acceptable answer that late-night television expects from someone discussing climate and jumps straight to the darkest option imaginable.
You know how I would do it?
What?
I would randomly sink cruise ships.
Yeah, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's hear him out. Why would you randomly sink cruise ship?
Because you'd get like 2,500 to 3,000 people a whack, right? And I think it's a good mix of people to get rid of, to be honest with you.
Bill's hilarious take on Elon Musk and billionaires.
Why does Elon Musk dress like he just... All right, thank you. Oh, my God. Why does Elon Musk dress like he just got out of a Hot Topic? I am so sick of that guy trying to rewrite his origin story like he was Matthew McConaughey pulling into the high school. It's like you were a nerd, nobody banged you, and now you have hair plugs and your laminated face.
Bill Burr's Elon Musk takedown on Jimmy Fallon stands out as Jimmy's show is engineered to make celebrities feel comfortable rather than subjected to the kind of scrutiny Bill deploys the moment Fallon gives him an opening.
Crocs to the box store on time. They're horrible, heartless people. And then for some reason, if you say that, you're like a communist, and then we're in bed with the Russians. I don't get any of it. None of it makes sense. And then they try to politicize everything you say, and it's just like, I don't know, shouldn't you pay your workers? Yeah.
Calling Steve Jobs a credit stealer.
Get on it! And then all these nameless, faceless guys made it happen.
Yeah.
And then they have the big nerd concert, and he goes out there by himself. No belt, sneakers on. I just didn't buy it.
It's the craziest rant. It isn't though. Craziest rant.
His dismantling of the Steve Jobs mythology in this interview works through complete personal confidence by stripping the hero narrative piece by piece with the energy of someone who has been making this exact argument at bars for years and has finally secured the microphone to tell the world.
Jesus, Gandhi, me. I just thought that was a little... The first one never worked, and 4 months later, all right, here he is. Here's the one that worked. Yeah, it bugged me. Geez, you'd think I was like trashing the president or something. You guys are really like pulling back
It's
here.
worse than that for people. Everyone's got an iPhone,
He sounds annoyed not just at Jobs, but at the entire applauding audience treating a product demonstration, while Steve is in a black turtleneck equal to the actual engineering work that made the product popular in the first place, blaming candy stores for making everyone sensitive.
And now, 20 years later, I came back and I was doing stand-up locally, and people were like groaning in the crowd at jokes, like they're easily offended. I'll tell you what happened. There's an M&M store in Times Square now, and that just kind of just affected everybody, their mindset, and now everything is just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You gotta walk them through the joke.
Bill Burr's candy store Rant on Colbert starts with a harmless dessert observation and somehow builds into a working theory about societal softness, public outrage, and the modern expectation that every personal preference deserves individual validation from everyone around it. Colbert gives him room, and Bill keeps extending the candy to cultural fragility connection way past the point where any reasonable premise should still be running, without once relaxing the total seriousness he brings to each new piece of the argument.
That's a prop of childhood.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
The crowd laughs at the size of the leap, but Bill's conviction makes the whole thing feel momentarily coherent, which is what separates his best material from simpler shock comedy that offers nothing to return to after the first laugh subsides. He also sounds genuinely caught inside the phenomenon he's describing rather than observing it safely from outside, and that personal implication gives the candy store rant more comedic credit, destroying the idea that 50 is the new 40.
And it's over.
So
Now, people grown. You don't remember when you were a kid, you went into the club and there was that older person hanging out? That creep? Yeah, that's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
50's not the new 40. It's 50. I am 50. All right? I have to go see doctors.
Yeah.
I have to have blood taken.
Bill Burr goes after the phrase 50 is the new 40 with the energy of something that specifically came for him personally rather than a casual cultural observation he decided to briefly address. And that disproportionate intensity is exactly what makes a harmless motivational phrase turn into a full Conan rant. The anti-aging industry gets pulled in as the primary beneficiary of the whole denial system, with Bill treating fitness marketing and inspirational aging language as a coordinated machine designed to convince people that accepting biology is optional.
Music, there's no guitar solos anymore. And then for some reason, with all this technology, millennials, if you take a full water bottle and you flip it in the air and it lands upright, they run out of the room like they just saw a witch. Everybody's like, oh! They just take off.
He doesn't exempt himself at any point, which gives the whole thing a credibility that purely outward-directed comedy can't produce, since he sounds like someone who already made peace with looking older, because sustaining the alternative cost more than it ever returned. The image of bad hair plugs as the logical endpoint of this cultural bargain works as the punchline. The whole rant was always building toward, and the rant lands as the most personally honest entry on this list, because every joke here costs Burr something that roasting Oprah or dismissing Steve Jobs never once required. Roasting Boston Mascots and Sweet Caroline.
So you're bitter that they had that success. Were you happy that they won?
No, I like that they won. I'd like them to continue winning, but I don't think we have to sing campfire songs in like the 7th inning.
Okay.
I don't like Mascots. I don't like those songs. And Steve Jobs, I think, was a little overrated.
Bill Burr attacking Boston's beloved sports traditions works specifically because no outsider could deliver the same rant with the same granular authority, since every Boston fan who encounters it immediately recognizes every ritual being targeted, and that shared vocabulary gives each observation a precision that requires genuine membership in the community being criticized, rather than research from the outside.
You love going against the grain. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I like annoying people.
Okay, on that subject then, have you watched the conventions? Republican convention, Democratic convention?
No. I think if you watch those, you're an idiot.
He bypasses the expected hometown loyalty speech and drives straight at mascots, stadium sing-alongs, and the full emotional pageantry of the live game experience with the energy of someone who loves the team itself, but finds the surrounding fan culture genuinely embarrassing under any honest examination. Sweet Caroline lands as the highest value target, representing exactly the kind of stadium sing-along that only functions if everyone present agrees not to think too carefully about it, which is apparently something Burr has been thinking about in considerable detail for years before this conversation gave him the platform to say it.
You vote for that guy that says, like, there's a meteor headed right towards the planet. That's the guy you vote for. You go with the psycho, because there's no way there's any corporate money behind that guy, right? Like, that guy is going to come on TV. He's going to come on TV, like, reading files from the Pentagon. Like, you know what else they're doing? Like, just freaking people out.
Bill Burr spent years demonstrating to millions of viewers that every interview is funnier when the guest refuses to act like one. Which of these zero-filter moments landed hardest for you? Comment your answer below and click subscribe on screen so you don't miss the next video. The Boston Rant closes this list as the most personally invested entry because it shows the zero-filter running not against a comfortable external target where he risks nothing, but against the specific fan culture he actually belongs to and can't credibly pretend he doesn't.